traveling to Syria in 2024. Are you wondering what it will be like to visit Syria in 2024? Come along with us as we embark on an unparalleled adventure through historic sites, thriving marketplaces, and lively neighborhoods against the backdrop of a nation rewriting its history. However, what does this historic land's future hold? Are you prepared to see the nation's resiliency through our eyes and unearth the undiscovered stories? Together, let's set out on this fascinating journey in 2024 to explore the natural beauty, rich culture, and wild spirit of Syria. Are you brave enough to venture past the news and discover the true essence of the Middle East? Syria's past is rich. Syria is a melting pot of cultures and civilizations due to its advantageous location at the intersection of Asia, Europe, and Africa. Canaanites, Phoenicians, Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, and Arabs are just a few of the people who have called it home over the ages. Indeed, Syria has a millennium-long history and is both varied and rich. It is referred to as the cradle of civilization because archaeological data indicates that humans have been occupying the area since the Paleolithic epoch. Syria's history has also left behind some amazing architectural styles. Syria provides a visual tour through time, with sites ranging from the Ottoman-era homes in Aleppo and the modernist architecture of Damascus to the Roman remains at Palmyra and the Crusader castle at Crac des Chevaliers. Syria's rich cultural heritage reflects the country's long past. The nation's diverse ethnic and religious groups, including Arabs, Kurds, Armenians, Assyrians, and Druze, in addition to Muslims, Christians, and Jews, have inspired its music, dance, literature, and food. Regarding the archaeological locations, Syria has several attractions, one of which is its rich archaeological legacy. The historic cities of Aleppo and Damascus are among the many UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the nation. Let's get started. Can you picture going to the Umayyad Mosque in Damascus? Among the world's biggest, most ancient, and most sacred mosques, it is a breathtaking sight that should not be missed while planning a trip to Syria in 2024. You will cherish this experience long after you have brushed the travel dust off your shoes, I promise. Let's go back in time to Aleppo and head north. The citadel of Aleppo, once devastated by conflict, now stands tall and proud once more. Syria is replete with historic sites that bear witness to the country's rich past and wide range of cultural influences. Known for its distinct fusion of Persian and Greco-Roman elements, Palmyra, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is one of the most famous. The splendor of Palmyra is enhanced by its setting in the middle of the Syrian desert. A magnificent scene is created by the sharp contrast between the golden sand dunes and the stone remnants of the city. This makes it a great location for nature enthusiasts and photographers as well. Restoration work is in progress to bring Palmyra's historical sites back to life, despite the destruction it sustained during the Syrian civil war when it was twice taken over by ISIS. These initiatives give dimension to your stay by serving as a representation of the Syrian people's tenacity and will. For the Roman architecture, those who love Roman architecture will find heaven in Syria. Numerous Roman ruins can be found throughout the nation because it was a major component of the Roman Empire. The city of Bosra, which is home to the best-preserved Roman theater of Bosra, is among the most noteworthy locations. This Roman theater from the 2nd century AD is regarded as one of the best preserved in the entire globe and has the capacity to hold up to 15,000 people. The remains of Palmyra, an ancient city that was once among the biggest in the Roman Empire, are also located in Syria. The main thoroughfare of the city, which is more than 2 kilometers long and lined with columns, provides an idea of the scope of Roman urban design. And lastly, Roman architecture may also be seen in Damascus, the capital of Syria. The city was a major center of the Roman Empire, and remnants of its Roman past may still be seen, including the eastern gate that once belonged to the city's wall. For the stunning sceneries, traveling to Syria is a great way to take in the natural beauty of the nation. Syria offers a wide range of alternatives from the desert landscapes to the Mediterranean shoreline, one breathtaking country that contains green fields, deserts, mountains, and coastal areas. Imagine yourself traveling along beautiful roads with stunning mountains on one side and olive groves on the other, or being lost in the Syrian desert's boundless expanse. It sounds incredible, doesn't it? Regarding culture and art, Syria, one of the world's oldest inhabited regions with a great artistic heritage spanning over 4 millennia. Syria is an artist's dream come true, with everything from Bronze Age masterpieces to modern art installations. Syria's Souk al-Hamidiyya in Damascus, a location where folks congregate to shop. Traditional markets, or grand souks, are an integral aspect of Syrian culture. They are a maze of tiny lanes crammed with stores offering a wide range of goods, from jewelry and antiques to spices and textiles. Locals congregate at the souks, a social hub to converse, haggle, and share news. The conventional ways of conducting business are still widely practiced in many of the stores, which are housed in structures dating back centuries. You'll witness merchants arguing with clients over prices and artisans at work producing exquisite items. The Souk al-Hamidiyya in Damascus is one among the most well-known, with a broad selection of merchandise and a striking iron entrance. You'll be drawn in by the rich hues of the textiles, the glimmer of gold jewelry, and the scent of spices as you stroll through it. The Souk al-Medina in Aleppo, one of the biggest and oldest covered markets in the world, is another place you really must go. As a testament to the city's past significance as a nexus of trade and culture, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can also try Syrian food by going to the Grand Souks. Food vendors offering regional specialties like falafel, shawarma, and sweet pastries may be found in many souks. Additionally, there are vendors offering local produce as well as fresh fruits and vegetables. To begin a spiritual adventure, Syria is a country rich in religious tradition. It is a unique location for a spiritual journey because it is home to several religious sites that are significant to various faiths. Syria has a diverse range of religious sites, such as churches and synagogues, which showcase the country's religious pluralism despite its majority Islamic population. These hallowed locations enhance the cultural fabric of the country with its exquisite architecture and serene ambiances. Whether you practice religion or not, you will be moved by the imposing mosques, historic churches, and hallowed locations like Malula, a community where people still speak the ancient Aramaic language. Regarding the food, one of the most compelling reasons to travel to Syria is its food. It's safe to say that the food from Syria is among the best I've ever eaten. The popular Middle Eastern foods in the country's cuisine include falafel, hummus, and shawarma. Regarding the premier museums, explore the numerous museums in Syria to get a deeper understanding of its history and culture. One must, for example, visit the National Museum of Damascus if one is interested in the depth of Syrian history. It provides a thorough picture of the history of the area by housing a sizable collection of items from the prehistoric age to the Islamic period. It's one of the most fascinating museums I've ever been to, and surprisingly modern and well-preserved. In honor of the wealthy craft customs, Syria has a long and rich history of handicrafts that go back thousands of years. This includes the ability of inlaying mother-of-pearl onto wood, which is still carried out by knowledgeable artisans in Damascus' ancient city. These artisans' talent and devotion are demonstrated by the elaborate patterns and motifs they have produced. Weaving traditional textiles is another trade that is still practiced in Syria. Weavers in the city of Aleppo are producing exquisite textiles on antique looms. These materials are frequently used to create traditional Syrian apparel. And lastly, Syria has a thriving metalworking culture. This covers everything from making elaborate silver jewelry to making medieval swords and daggers. Ancient craft customs are revitalized by Syria's talented artisans. The best soap in the world is made here. In a nearby store, there's a bucket of Aleppo soap, a traditional Syrian product. The history of Aleppo soap dates back thousands of years. This soap, which has its origins in Aleppo, is among the oldest in the world and is well known for its distinctive qualities and age-old production method. Generation after generation has carried on the labor-intensive Aleppo soap-making process. The advantages of the soap's natural ingredients are preserved during its handcrafted, cold-process manufacturing procedure. It is poured, spread out, and then cut into cubes before being sealed with the soapmaker's seal. The main ingredients of Aleppo soap are olive and laurel oils. Since the laurel oil has antibacterial qualities and the olive oil moisturizes and nourishes the skin, those with psoriasis, acne, and eczema can benefit from using this soap. I think it's the ideal gift to bring home. For the kind hospitality. A further justification for traveling to Syria is its gracious hospitality. Syrians are renowned for being hospitable and excited to introduce guests to their culture. Despite their difficult past, Syrians are renowned for their warmth and generosity. Without a doubt, some of your favorite travel experiences will come from your interactions with the locals. Having a first-hand understanding of and experience with Syrian hospitality will undoubtedly give your trip a more intimate feel. Regarding the dance and music, one of the motivations to travel to Syria is to experience the traditional music and dancing of the nation. These artistic expressions are essential to Syrian culture and provide tourists with a singular experience. You're about to become engrossed in the country music scene, which features everything from modern Syrian pop music to classic folk tunes. The traditional Syrian dances will also undoubtedly make you smile. It's a terrific way to meet people in the area, so don't be afraid to join in. Subscribe now to join us on our journey and explore the world's most intriguing destinations firsthand.